failure isn't real. It's a mental disorder that we need to handle, because if you think you can fail, and we all have this positive idea that, well, there is no failure, blah, 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 but in this video I'm going to absolutely pinpoint to you why failure is so destructive and why you will never or should never do it again. Because if we fail enough times, we lose confidence in ourselves, and we just go on a downward curve of just not believing that we can do anything, and we just fail, basically, in life. And then it's real, certainly. So failure starts as an abstract idea, and then it becomes very real when we get, it's a mental disorder, basically. So what do I mean? Well, if you practice basketball, and you take a basketball, you try to put it through the hoop, you didn't fail at not putting the ball through the hoop, because you're practicing, right? You're in a context of practicing. I'm practicing basketball. And when we're practicing, there is no failure. And if you're a scientist and you try to figure out what happens with different chemicals and you try to come up with something, whatever, a cure for, you don't fail, right? Because you're in a process of scientifically figuring out what happens when you combine different elements and you try to do something, right? It's not failure because you're practicing or researching. It's a process, right? But if you think, I can totally hit the hoop, it's no problem, I'll do it, my first attempt, everybody's looking, and you've set yourself up for that, right? And then you don't hit the hoop, that's failing. So don't set yourself up for that. What's the solution? Well, practice all the time, and practicing does something magical. It absolutely allows you to take 2 steps back from whatever you're trying to achieve, and that makes you twice as intelligent, and that goes out into your actions, and you'll achieve much faster. So instead of building your own business, become an expert on building businesses. Instead of losing 50 pounds, then really go into how do you do that when you're me, right? Figure out all the ways you can do it. Why are people failing? Why are they succeeding when they're succeeding at losing 50 pounds? And then you try, right? You put into effect different strategies. You try out this strategy. You try out this. What works for me? What can I follow through on? What can't I follow through on? So you are not in the result at all. You're not trying to lose 50 pounds. You're trying to figure out how you lose 50 pounds. And the magic of that is once you figure that out, you've lost 50 pounds. See, the difference is huge. It seems small, like a little shift in thinking, but really what it does is it activates your intelligence. Just look at the other alternative. But I want to lose 50 pounds. Okay, so what do? I go on a diet, right? Or I start exercising. I eat less, right? Stupid stuff, really imbecile stuff we engage in when we just focus directly on the result we want, because the strategies just follow like that. We're not curious as to how we lose weight. What's the most pleasurable, the most fun, the most exciting way that would also make me rich afterwards because I have this whole strategy figured out that I can give to other people, right? We don't go into that. We just I want to lose 50 pounds, or I want to find another job, or I want to start my own business. So I just go ahead and register for another business, right? Instead of figuring out, what do I really want? I want to lose 50 pounds and keep it off and have a great time doing it. Right? I want to start a business. No, I don't want to start a business. I want to start a successful business, and I want to make it successful as fast as possible. How do you do that? So you want to learn about that. You want to put different strategies into action, and then you want to be very, very alert to what happens when I do that. So you test and try everything. Once you test and tried everything, you find the strategies that actually works for you with the product or service that you want to offer, right? And then suddenly you know how to start a business. Once you've done that, you don't just have the money and the wealth that comes from that successful business. You have the inner confidence that you can do it again. Take everything from me and I'll just do it again. And this time without all the research, right? So you become so confident, so free, so calm and relaxed in that you don't need any of the results you created because you can create them again. If you're lucky to lose 50 pounds because you know this friend who just pulls you in, or if you're lucky to start a great business in a market that's just right for the random idea you got and the random strategies you're putting into effect, then you have nothing because you have to hold on to the thing you were lucky to get, right? So in that realm of practicing, of researching, of becoming good at, there is no failure, because not getting what you want the first times around using that strategy is totally expected. So it's not failure. You didn't expect to you were curious to see if this strategy works. You were curious to see what this diet does to your motivation or your whole process. This is so key, right? Just see how your intelligence just explodes from that, just taking one step back. And it's exciting because you're on a research project. Now, you've forgotten about the extra 50 pounds, right? You've forgotten about the fact that you don't have money because you're all into looking into how can I build a business as an example of how to do it. And then I have that ability for the rest of my life, and I can teach other people how to lose 50 pounds, how to start their own business. I can help my friends, the people I love. I can be totally certain that I can do it again, just like putting a ball through the hoop. It's funny how if we go into training and practicing an instrument or a sports, whatever, then we know exactly that we're in a context where it's all fun and games, right? But once we step out of that, I failed. I tried to start my own business. I tried to lose 50 pounds. That is the most toxic, destructive mindset you can have, and 99.999% of people have it. Because then you go try to lose weight and you fail. Of course you do, because diets don't work. Or you try to start your own business and you fail. Of course you do, because that just doesn't work, right? You can't just start your own business unless you're lucky, right? And then you try again. And each time you try and fail, quote unquote, you teach your system that you can't do it, right? That's what you do. But you can take a shot at hitting the hoop 1,000,000 times and you can fail 800,000 times at that. And you still won't have lost any confidence in yourself, right? Because you're in a different context. So take that context of practicing and training and researching and being a scientist in your own lab, and then go out in life and figure out how to do things. What does it take? What strategies do I have to use? Cause and effect. That's the way to do it. And then you'll never fail. So you'll never teach yourself that you can't do anything. In fact, you'll get results. That works, that didn't work. This works, that didn't work, right? It's all results all the way through. And it's not positive thinking or change your mindset by using a trick. It's just being intelligent and stop being stupid, right? Subscribe to this channel, go download the free course, and then I hope to see you in the next video. You can increase your productivity by 5 or 10 times overnight by putting the 3 methods into action that I'm going to give you in my free course. So go download it right now by clicking the link just below here.